It'll be interesting when we see the statistics eventually, how many of the attacking scores by the Australians or attacking volleys have just resulted in 1
Chance
point.
for Pavlich. Goal! Australia's got the goal they require. Matthew Pavlich, a beautiful tackle coming from Chris Johnson. And Australia get the goal they required to get back in this game.
It's what the game has required as well. A little bit of a misjudgment here on the part of Kieran McGeaney. He left it behind and Pavlich came in to bury it in past Peter Burke for the first goal of this match. Having their free kick, they can bring it out now onto the 20-metre line. And here's a chance for Chris Johnson.
He scored 2 overs and 1 point. He drops it to the front of the square looking for Brown. Here's a chance for 6 points for Australia. Daniel Kerr gets it! Second goal, Australia! Kerr scores!
Daniel Kerr from West Coast gets Australia's second goal of the match in a series where the Irish coaching team were saying it was imperative that they get the goals. Each goal counts for 6 points in this match, and that was a right belter by Kerr.
Simpson thumps it long up towards the goals. Darcy's there. 6 points, Australia! Darcy was magnificent! The Australian ruckman from the Western Bulldogs scores the goal to put the Aussies back in the series. Just what was required. Magnificent play, Australia, and Darcy finds the net. Look at this. Up it goes, eyes for the ball, and Darcy beats the keeper. Oh, great stuff, Australia.
Daniel Wells needs some excitement out of him in this last half of the game. Chris Johnson marks inside the 20.
Great kick by Wells.
Almost to the 13-metre line. Plays on with a handball to Brad Johnson. Chance for the 6-pointer. He goes off the Irish foot. Off the Irish foot of McAnallen. And Australia's first goal of the night. Scored by the Irish boot McAnallen. But going on the Australian score.
Brad Johnson will claim it, there's no doubt about it.
Oh, look, he's got it. I mean, that will shatter young McAnallen. That is like the biggest sin you can commit in Gaelic football. Watch it there, off his back foot there. Matty Johnson.
Biggest sin in any football team.
A card indiscretion earlier. He's back in action. The star forward starting to come into the game. Kirk. Hazelby finds space. They close him down. A centering ball. Here's Barry! Off hands, Chris Johnson. The dummy.
Got tripped.
It'll be a penalty. It'll be a penalty, will it not?
Yes, it's a penalty shot.
Inside the square. And it'll be from the strike.
Now, with the penalty here, you can either take it like a soccer penalty, a spot kick, or kick it from your hands.
Yep.
But it'll be Johnson versus Murphy.
I tell you what, it was
Missile from the 13-metre mark. The line that he has to kick it from is the 13-metre mark. Now, this could be the turning point in the game. Chris Johnson! Second successive goal for Australia! To bust the game wide open! Ireland in a state of confusion. Australia ramming the point home.
Well, the Aussies have scored the last 4 run of major points. 3 points to Hazelby, 6 points to Brad Johnson off McAnallen, 3 points to Barry Hall, and another 6 points to Chris Johnson. And Australia are suddenly 7 points clear, damn it.
Straight back into attack. Here's Werpunda. He's out wide. The low kick. Mark being taken by Pavlich, who is a thumping kick. He and Nathan Brown are clearly best Australian kickers. Over the top to Harvey. Chance of a 6-pointer to Plummer. Not a 6-pointer for Australia. 3 in the game. The most 6-pointers that Australia has ever kicked in one game. Shane Crawford, the skipper.
He's pretty fresh, Craw. Hasn't done a lot tonight, but he, as I said, he's just given them that hard run in this last quarter. Clever kick there. Crawford just running from the midfield down there, placed himself in the open spot. Canty trying to cover 2 in that body, isn't there?
This is a big kick. The boy from Broadmeadows.
It's on down the square.
Penalty to Australia. Penalty to Australia. There'll be a penalty taken from the 20-metre line. to put Australia in front in the series from 20. Scores! And the Aussies hit the front in the defence of the Foster's International Series. Trailing by 8 points on the night. Australia get 2 points clear on the series.
Yeah, executed it the way he thought he would. Put it on the ground, and our kicking style line from AFL, we spoon it up in the air. You've just got to kick a dribbler. Gee, I thought into Murphy was a chance for that, but it didn't really hit into the corner. He's a star goalkeeper. He's a star at anything, that little fella.
And for those wondering,
The line it goes to the Australian captain in Hurd. Looking inside, no one through there, so Hurd has to do it alone. And look at the kick from James Hurd. Beautiful kick. The mark taken by Revolt. Here's a chance for Brown for 6 and gets it. Big goal for Australia. They needed it, and Brown has delivered. Hurd, Revolt and Brown, the big 3 forwards for Australia. And Australia are back in business at Croke Park.
Wonderful move by Australia. Nick Revolt was involved, but it was the right man in the right place. The marking by the Irish was poor, and Nathan Brown, by far the best Australian forward, took it around inside the Irish defence, who were man marking here, giving Stephen Cluxton no chance.
And Buchanan brought him down.
Just great pressure.
Buchanan's ball. Ian Brosnan, who started on the bench, just didn't have the pace there to get away. Buchanan, a couple of bounces. You're only allowed to have 2. Here's a chance for Lovett. 6 points for Lovett. Don't you just love it?
What a magnificent finish, and what about how quickly he summed that up. You'll notice that he didn't take possession. He looked at the ball, just punched it in with his left arm. That is a magnificent bit of work by the Aussies, and it all started by the chase and tackle over on the outer flank. And the 6-pointer opens up a 20-point lead to the Australians.
Newman's there. He gets the ball out to Eagleton. He's a left footer. Aims it up, looking for the over. Perhaps an under. Bradley was there. Penalty. Penalty.
Whoa!
Penalty for Australia. Kept by Bradley. Now, Gary, must he take it or can anyone take it?
No, he must take it. Given Sheddy would have said, if you find yourself in this position, make sure. Actually, you may be able to nominate the player.
Well, it looks like because Bradley is backed way to the middle of the ground, it looks like Chris Johnson's going to take it, I think.
Well, he famously kicked a penalty goal here back in 2003 that got the Aussies in front, so it is Chris Johnson. Oh, they'll all go to 6, for sure.
Okay, Johnson comes in, he goes the under! It's a goal! 6-pointer for Australia!
Well, I hate to say it, but this is getting very embarrassing for the Irish side. This is just an absolute spanking at this particular point in time. 15 inside 20s to 3 to Ireland for the quarter. The second 6-pointer for the Aussies. The lead is out to 40 points, which in Australian rules the equivalent of about 15 goals, I would have thought.
Pearce receives the handball from Voss. Daniel Pearce. O'Keefe. Here's a chance for a goal. Davis back to O'Keefe. Sensational stuff from the Australians. Oh, beautifully worked. Nick Davis and Ryan O'Keefe, and the Irish crowd are stunned.
Well, can I say, maybe they're listening to us on the pitch, because that long ball is the cure for the Australians. It was a long ball that came in. Ireland were exposed. Bang. Back of the net. Australia lead by 7 points.
And Ryan O'Keefe is really rattling up the points now. He's got a behind 2 overs and a goal for a total of 13 points.
That was a superb catch by O'Keefe. O'Keefe is a class act. Along with Barry Hall and Lappin, these are the players that are guiding Australia to this victory.
Everywhere, this is potentially very, very nasty at the moment. There is, oh, and that's a cheap shot too. That's almost a red card job, that is not on. And O'Mahony, and it's on in Ireland. It is on, it didn't take long. And it is very spiteful. There's fists flying everywhere. Croke Park has erupted.
Only 2 minutes are gone,
everywhere.
and the ball is...
Australia might goal here. Here's a chance. It's a goal. Australia have kicked a 6-pointer. This is unbelievable stuff at Croke Park. And Australia has scored a 6-pointer.
I think it's Brent Stanton who's got it, the number 24.
Brent Stanton was the man. Oh, this is unbelievable stuff.
Kevin Riley, he has impressed since the opening quarter. That showed his inexperience.
Here's a chance for Lappin, a long ball, peaks underneath it.
Fisted down by Kelly.
Here's a chance, Aaron Davey for a goal. It's the post. It's going to be a goal anyway. It's a goal to Australia, to Brendan Goddard, the late inclusion. And Australia go further ahead here at Croke Park.
There was a terrific save from Quirk the first time, but credit the eagerness, the anticipation of Australia. Bad handling by Ireland in front of their own goal. This was a rasping shot.
Hit the post.
That was off the post, you're quite right. Well, what a finish.
So Brendan Goddard, who came in only when Lindsay Gilbey got injured, has got 9 points.
Amazing.
Stanton broke the tackle. Kicks in the direction of Davis, who uses his body cleverly. Regains possession, squares it up. O'Keefe from the side. O'Keefe! It's another Australian goal! Ryan Crowley!
That's rank bad defending by Ireland. They'll know it, but the Australian fans don't care. Good opportunism again, and a second goal coming in this quarter. A very productive time in the match for them. That should have been fielded by Ireland. Begley was in trouble. The goalkeeper was all over the place.
Unselfish play from O'Keefe, wasn't it?
Tremendous link-up play.
20. Ball screwed around the corner. That was a brilliant smother. Harvey it was with the flying shot. It falls Wells' way. Another chance for the Aussies. Can they take a mark inside the box this time? They might still get the opportunity. Ball on the deck. In it goes. 6 points Australia. Nothing pretty about it, but it is effective. Slowly but surely in the back of the net.
Well, it was beautifully called in by you, Basil. Nothing pretty about it whatsoever, but it was effective, and that's desperately what they've been needing, the 6-pointer. And, well, it just shows you, if you can pepper that part of the ground often enough, an opportunity may eventuate. Just watch, it was actually, I think, a back pass there by one of the Irish players. Just
Boyd on the defensive 45. Lee Montagne's got it now. The Saint star drives inside the attacking 45. Well, McKeever came at it, missed it. Motlop is through. He's gone a long way. He's gone forever. Oh, Steve McBurney, you are a beauty. Mick listens to us. Don't worry about that.
You got your call, Dennis. I think that's the decision you were looking for, Dennis. If we count the steps, how many steps are you allowed to take?
6, isn't it?
Is it you allowed 6 metres, 10 steps? Yes. 6 metres, 10 steps. Well, let's count them. just a couple too many in there. But that's a brilliant finish there by Burgoyne. I mean, he just sized that up and just placed that so delicately.
Pretty happy, Sean Boylan. He might have got the job done, Tim.
Yeah, look, I think he has. And that's been the breakdown the Australians play all night, has been able to maintain possession with those long kicks.
Maybe Petrie can. Forces his way through, and at the death, they kept that ball alive. Ireland refused to come. It's a 4-point ball game with only seconds remaining.
Well, this is an extraordinary performance from the Australians, and hasn't he livened up the forward line since he played deep? There's a great tackle again by Burgoyne, who's been good at putting on pressure, but then just a turn and shoot there from Petrie, just finding the back of the net.
Helping each other out. They've got numbers back here in defence, haven't they? They're getting down to help Cluxton and use him as the go-to player, the distributor, if you like.
Oh, here we go.
Here's a big chance. Green!
Yes.
Those famous soccer skills! Maybe that'll lift it.
Yep. What a blow from the Irish captain. Yep. And the boy that tried out for Manchester United was able to put those skills into practice. It was
Hasn't that been rolled out over the years?
Hey,
He could only have used it in the right context.
Finally.
and he was quite happy with it, Brad Green, too. Look, that's the sort of thing that can change momentum. We've seen it over the years. The 6-point goal gives you confidence.
Geelong player waiting for the challenge to come in from McKay, who's a big, strong, tall, Derry man. Goes, picks it up, Beggs robs him, steals it brilliantly. The angle's tight. Here's a goal chance, and there's a goal for Australia. Brilliantly done. Jake Need has just come off the bench in the last couple of minutes, and that's a goal they have certainly required, and it closes the gap now once again to 19 points.
Jared, that just comes back to Eddie Betts, his ability to harass, and he does it in our game in AFL. He's a small forward, he gets to the contest, he tackles and harasses the defender, and as you said, Jake Need, well done, held his ground.
can kick it down here. He's got to get 2-in-1 situation. Betts, possible opportunity here. Hill looks around, have a go. Betts, and it's in there eventually. Eddie Betts. Now, did he throw it in, carry it in, or kick it in?
Goal. Okay. Little reward for him for his hard work in that forward line.
9 points. His hand eventually, I think, because it touched it as he was falling down. Just about got the hand to it before Shields could block it out for Ireland. And so Eddie Betts gets only the second goal scored by an Australian team here on this particular tour. Last week it was Jake Need. Tonight it's Betts. Murphy again, swung around there by Leroy Jetta. Jetta feeds it on there to Lindsay Thomas. Back into it comes Davey. Back once again is Jake Need. He's got another one. There's no stopping Jake Need. 2 goals for Australia in the 4th quarter, and what a shame they didn't start the match in this fashion.
Yeah, fantastic for Jakey Need to get involved there. He's had a pretty quiet night tonight. For him to get on the scoreboard there, good running from the Australians, a couple of hand passes and then running into a nice goal and finishing off well, Jakey Need.
Kicks it forward where a hand pass probably would have been a better option, but it's still there for Andrew Gaff, and Andrew drops it in. The goalkeeper has to come off his line, but the ball is in the net, and Ireland concede a goal. Australia have got a 6-pointer.
That's a good goal, beautiful cross ball, just again beautifully angled, good score. That's very well taken.
But feels like a really dangerous stage of the game for the Irish. They're running well, their confidence is up. Burgoyne brilliant to Betts, back to Burgoyne. Fife, who has starred, does he go the... Oh! Yes, he does! Nat Fife finds the back of the net for Australia. A 6-pointer. Oh, what a moment for the Australians. Nat Fife finds the back of the net.
Oh, and didn't they celebrate? They came from everywhere, from the back half. Look at Nat Fife. That was beautiful. He read the situation amazingly off the sidebar into the goal.
Zach Merritt's been a terrific player as well. 33 disposals, make it 34 now. Sloan and Gunston running hard. From the 45, dangerous ball into the area, and the goal is scored by Shuey. Back of the net, a 6-pointer. They're going to be hard to beat now, the Aussies. Well, it was a dangerous ball coming in. Finish from Shuey, great ball in by Gunston.
Yeah, just looking at that, that's the difference when Goddard has come off his line and